starting lineups have been announced. For Hanover, be Brendan Zabatrisky, a 6-foot senior, Thomas Atkins, a 6'2 junior, Pete Peters, 6'3 junior, Carter Bruna, a 6-foot junior, and Carlos Emanuel, a 6'5 senior. For the Clifton Clyde Eagles, Jacob Stenberg, a 6-foot senior, Zach Sorrell, a 5'8 senior, Gavin Sear, a 6-foot senior, Austin Berry, a 6-foot senior, and Bradley Cook, a 6'2 senior. Hanover will be the home team in their white. Clifton Clyde, all red, will be the visitors. Again, these teams have met 3 times currently. They've met twice prior to this. This will be the 3rd meeting, with Hanover winning both of those. Set to jump, Pete Peters and Bradley Cook, and it's controlled by the Eagles. Austin Berry has it. He'll go left side to Stenberg, out on the wing. Up top now for 3, Gavin Sear from the point. No, won't go. Rebound, Carlos Emanuel down with it. Down court quickly, Thomas Atkins drives baseline, now cut off. Back up top to Bruna. Bruna for 3 from the point. That won't hit. Batted around. It's Atkins out of there with it. Back to Bruna, and he's going to be fouled on the baseline. And nope, he'll say out of bounds off Clifton Clyde. They'll say off Zach Sorrell. So Carter Bruna set the inbounds. Lob pass inside to Peters. He'll kick it baseline. Atkins back up top. Bruna. Right wing, he goes Zabatrisky. Now driving baseline. He'll put up a 10-footer off mark. Rebound, Atkins up big. And the putback by Thomas Atkins is good, and Hanover strikes first. Berry down court to Cook. Cook around Emanuel, up and over the big man, Bradley Cook, for 2, and that is not easy. Carlos Emanuel, a K-State football player next year, and now Emanuel steps out of bounds on the other end. Emanuel at 6'5", about 285, and Bradley Cook just went up, over, and around, and now he's going to do it again on the other end. Floater, yes, and Bradley Cook twice over the big man, and Clifton Clyde up 4-2. Atkins now down court. Clifton Clyde in that man-to-man. Now they'll fall back into a zone. Peters, left elbow. He'll take a shot. Yes, Pete Peters will hit for 2. We're tied at 4. Bradley Cook has found a little rhythm around Carlos Emanuel, and Emanuel frustrated early. Stenberg now on the baseline. He's going to drive around Zabatrisky and reverse lay in from Jacob Stenberg. And Clifton Clyde now near steal on the inbounds. Atkins does come up with it. Atkins down court. Lob pass inside, and Carlos Emanuel hammered by Bradley Cook. No call, out of bounds to Hanover. Boy, Bradley Cook is going at the big man early. Inbound to Atkins, baseline 3 from Atkins, well off the mark, and now a jump ball called as Carlos Emanuel goes over the top of Jacob Stenberg, and they're going to call it a jump ball. So this officiating crew not making any friends on either side early. It will stay with Hanover. Bruna inbound, Stenberg. Atkins out on the right wing, looking inside. He's going to go cross court to Bruna on the baseline. No shot. He'll kick it back up top to Zabatrisky. Lob pass right side to Atkins. Holding. Now Atkins going to try driving in the lane, a floater, and now a foul's going to be called. We'll see who they got. This will be on Clifton Clyde, and it'll be on Austin Berry. So out of bounds, back to Hanover. Bruna looking. He's got to do something. Now he lobs it in to Atkins out on the baseline. Atkins driving in the lane, and now a foul's going to be called this time. Probably Gavin Sear. Nope, they'll call that on Stenberg. A lot of physicality early in this game. Lob pass inside. Peters, right elbow shot, short. Ball loose. Rebound, Cook out of there with it. Now taken right back away by Peters, and now Peters is going to be called for a charge as Jacob Stenberg gets back in the lane, sets up, and Peters guilty of a charge. 6-4, Clifton Clyde with the lead and the ball. Now Berry loses it out of bounds. It's going to go right back to Hanover. Berry just trying to go behind the back around Thomas Atkins and just lost the ball. So Hanover's going to get it back. Bruna across the timeline. 2-3 zone from Clifton Clyde. Atkins, left wing, cross court to Bruna. Now Bruna in the lane. Lob pass to Atkins, loses it. Now recovers. Now caught on the baseline, gets it back up top to Peters. Cross court, Zabatrisky for three, right wing, yes, and Brennan Zabatrisky buries one. And Hanover's gone up 7-6. Just 3 minutes into this game, and now Zach Sorrell lost it again. Just unforced turnovers by Clifton Clyde back to back. Zach Sorrell just lost a hand on it. So Hanover's going to get it back. They lead by 7-6. Bruna inside now, Atkins, and now Atkins going to be shoved out of bounds by Gavin Sear. Dakin Stahlbomber in the game. Lob pass to Atkins. Now on the baseline, he's going to kick it back up to Bruna. Bruna, back baseline to Atkins. Back to Bruna, left wing three from way out, won't go. Rebound Zabatrisky. He'll kick it back up to Stahlbomber. Zabatrisky, lob pass inside. Peters backing his way in. Floater in the lane, yes. Pete Peters will hit for two more. Clifton Clyde with the ball. Now driving is Gavin Sayre, and Gavin Sayre up and over Pete Peters for his first two of the game. It's 9-8. Press on now from Clifton Clyde. There's a steal. Bradley Cook, and he throws up a prayer, hits the back of the backboard, out of bounds. Boy, a lot of contact, and these officials really letting a lot go. Coach Kim Losey is livid, as is Coach Jim Blackwell. Neither coach impressed at the moment. So very physical game. It's what you would expect out of these two Twin Valley League teams. Now down quickly, Zabatrisky on the pass from Bruna. Now Zabatrisky caught, lobs it back up to Bruna. Left side, he'll go Atkins. He's going to put up three. No, won't go. Rebound to Hanover. Great save by Brennan Zabatrisky. Bruna, floater in the lane, won't go. And now foul's going to be called. And Brennan Zabatrisky is going to go to the line shooting two. And officials need to get control of this game. It has gotten very chippy very early. And neither coach is impressed. Carter Bruna misses the front end. He'll have one more. That last foul was called on Bradley Cook. That's his first. Still 9-8. Hanover with the lead. Bruna hits the second. So Carter Bruna hits one of two. And it's 10-8. 4 fouls on Clifton Clyde, 1 on Hanover. Now a steal again. There's Stahlbomber. He's going to take it right back, lay it in, and one, and that's Austin Berry's second foul. So Dakin Stahlbomber gets his first deuce, and that's just a frustration foul by Berry. So Stahlbomber will go to the line shooting one. Free throw up and down. So Dakin Stahlbomber hits, and Hanover's gone up 4, and now another steal. Kevin Diedrich takes it away this time. Stahlbomber out on the wing. Now he's going to drive in the lane, and he's going to get called for a charge, and Bradley Cook is set up in there. Stahlbomber doesn't like it. Kim Losey doesn't like it, but probably a good call just right in front of us. So Stahlbomber will pick up his first. Full court press on, and now official got a stoppage of play on the floor, and I'm not sure what happened. Official over at the scorer's table, and the other two officials didn't see him there. They had started play, so, and whatever issue we had was solved. We're ready to go. 13-8, Hanover lead. Full court press on. Clifton Clyde gets it in. Stenberg against Atkins, and now Atkins is going to foul, trying to steal. So it'll go back out of bounds to Hanover. And Hanover a lot of trouble breaking this press right now. Elias Gerard gets it in bounds, and that's going to go out of bounds. That'll be off Clifton. Nope, that'll stay Hanover. I thought that went off Jacob Stenberg, so they'll try to re-cue again. Hanover doing a really good job defensively. Gerard gets it in to Cook. Cook now is going to take it himself, gets it down to Nathan Oldie. Oldie's going to take it all the way off glass strong. Rebound Cook. Putback won't go, but he's fouled. So Bradley Cook will go to the line shooting 2. Cook has 4 in the game, 13-8. There's 3:12 left in the first. Cook's first is good. Cook will have one more. Second on the way. Strong rebound. Carter Bruna out of there with it. Here comes Hanover. Bruna in transition. He's going to take it all the way. Floater good. And Carter Bruna decided at about half court he wasn't going to stop. Now Clifton Clyde all the way. Stenberg reverse lay-in won't go. Good rebound that time. Cade Cohorst. Cohorst lobs it to Stahlbomber. Back up top Bruna. Bruna thought about 3. Now goes to Atkins. Back to Bruna. Bruna in the lane. He'll stop from 10. Won't go. Rebound to Clifton Clyde. Down court. Cook from Stenberg on Atkins. Won't go. Bradley Cook can't get the lay-in to go, and Thomas Atkins had let him go, and Coach Kim Losey unhappy with his team. He's going to take a timeout. 2:33 left in the first. 15-9. Hanover leads when we come back.
Century, we've specialized in serving the financial needs of the entire ag community. Stop by and let's talk. Citizen State Bank, Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
Well, a timeout by Kim Losey is things a little sloppy in this first period by both teams. 15-9 Hanover lead. 2:33 left in this first. So Hanover with the ball. And now a steal. There's Gerard. Other end, lay-in, good. Or Sorrell, rather. Zach Sorrell with that quick steal. Lay-in on the other end. And Hanover back within 4. It's 15-11. Now driving is Stahlbomber, and they're going to call Stahlbomber on a charge. Elias Gerard had set up in there, and I think Stahlbomber had led with a forearm, and that's the explanation Coach Kim Losey gets, and he appears to be okay with that explanation. Clyde will get it in. They get it into Sorrell. Lob pass to Nathan Oldie. Down court to Sear. Up top Sorrell. Now Sorrell's going to drive in the lane. Nice little dip on the lay-in up and around a Hanover player for 2. So Sorrell for 2 more. And it's 15-13. Emmanuel now inside, up strong off glass, and the big man gets his first 2. Up and over Nathan Oldie that time, and now Dakin Stahlbomber fouls Zach Sorrell right in front of Kim Losey, and that's probably going to get Stahlbomber taken out of the game. Just a bad decision on Dakin Stahlbomber's part. Next one would put Clifton Clyde at the line. I'll take it out of bounds. Get it in to Rudolph. Up top to Sorrell. Dribbling right, looking inside. Bradley Cook not there. Guarded pretty well. Now they do get a shot into Cook. Pulls his way in there, and Bradley Cook for a couple of more. 17-15, Hanover with the lead. Cohorst, cross court to Bruna. Back to Cohorst, right wing three ball from Cohorst. No, strong. Rebound knocked out, and they'll say off Emmanuel back to Clifton Clyde. Seifert comes into the game. Jacob Stenberg will get a break. Inbounds to Sorrell. Guarded by Bruna. Sorrell gets it across on the far side. Spin move. Now he's going to back it out to Seifert. Sorrell, baseline, trying to spin around Bruna. Good D by Carter Bruna. Go back left side now to Rudolph. Now Rudolph tries driving the lane, has it knocked out of his hands, right into the hands of Carlos Emmanuel. Here comes Bruna. Loses the basketball, now recovers. He'll get it to Stahlbomber, top of the key three. Dakin Stahlbomber won't go. Rebound to Emmanuel, and Emmanuel took steps. Carlos Emmanuel just couldn't get his feet under him, and a couple of hops, and good call by the top side official. 31 seconds, the 17-15 game. Clifton Clyde may try to hold if they can. And now Bradley Cook on the baseline. He won't, and another charge is called. I have never seen so many charges called in a game. And we are only in the first period. That is the fifth charging foul called. So now Hanover will be able to hold Clifton Clyde in that 2-3 zone. Carter Bruno walks it across, now holds. Now Seifert comes out on him, makes him move. Back to Cohorst, to Bruno with 10. Inside Stahlbomber. Cohorst took steps. Coach Ken Losey that is not going to be a friendly sideline. Here comes Sorrell. Across the timeline with three, behind the back. Floater up and over Carlos Emmanuel, and Carlos Emmanuel takes Zach Sorrell out. So with .1 on the clock, Zach Sorrell is going to shoot two. And Coach Kim Losey is about as animated as you will ever see him. Zach Sorrell shooting two. First one, good. Second from Sorrell, and we are tied. Zach Sorrell hits both. Now Prayer on the other end is not going to go, and we are headed to the second quarter. Tied at 17. Hanover 17. Clifton Clyde 17 when we come back to Wakefield after this.
For over 65 years, Hanover Electric has served the area with all their electrical, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs. They appreciate the support they've received from the local area year after year and the friends they've made along the way. Hanover Electric is proud to welcome new clientele and look forward to many years of working together. They will continue to provide excellent service to the community. Hanover Electric keeps everything running efficiently.
Show your Clifton Clyde school spirit with Kaw Valley State Bank and their new Spirit debit card. Visit any KBSB branch to open an account or upgrade your existing debit card. Spirit debit cards can be used anywhere Visa debit chip cards are accepted and work just like a check. There's no minimum balance and no monthly service fee. Plus, mobile banking, mobile deposit, online banking, online bill pay, and e-statements are all free. Kaw Valley State Bank is here for you with more than 100 years of trusted service.
Tied at 17, Clifton Clyde will have possession as we start this second period. Sorrell has it. Up top to Rudolph. Right side, Oldie. Now Oldie's going to drive baseline around Peters. Go kick it left to Sorrell. Floater in the lane, and Zach Sorrell gives Clifton Clyde a 2-point lead. It's 19-17. Bruna, top of the key, near steal, and now Zach Sorrell is going to commit a foul, and knew immediately that wasn't the best decision he could have made. That's going to send Thomas Atkins to the line shooting one-on-one. Zach Sorrell, I think that's his second. It shows on the board it's his first. Free throw won't go. Good rebound by Gavin Sear. And it's still a 19-17 Clifton Clyde lead. Berry looking inside. Now skips it in to Nathan Oldie. Up top to Stenberg. Back right side, Berry looking for three. Has it knocked away by Bruna. Does recover. Skip pass inside back to Oldie. Turnaround jumper in the lane. And he's going to say, they're going to say he took steps. And that's probably a good call. Thought they were going to get Carter Bruna on the foul, but he does take steps, so Hanover will get it back. Lob pass down court, Stahlbomber. Holds on the wing, inside to Bruna. Bruna, lob pass inside. Pete Peters, and has it blocked out of there by Nathan Oldie. Gets it back. Put back by Peters won't go. Rebound is going to be out of bounds off Clifton Clyde. So Hanover will retain possession. Bruna set to inbound under his own basket. Lobs it to Peters. Hands it back to Bruna. In the lane. Yes. Carter Bruna from about 5 feet. Hits for two. He has 5, and we're tied again at 19. Oldie to Sorrell. Back to Sear, and now Sear. Floater in the lane. Yes. Gavin Sear for a couple of more, and it's back to a 2-point Clifton Clyde lead. Bruna, Stahlbomber. Stahlbomber up strong in the lane and one. Dakin Stahlbomber went up strong, got it to go, and he's fouled, and they're going to say that's on Nathan Oldie, I think. And that is Oldie's first. Stahlbomber will have one. He can give Hanover the lead back. Free throw, strong, won't go. We're tied at 21. Burrell brings it down to Sear. Now Sear's going to try driving left side, won't go. Rebound, Hanover. Peters out of there to Atkins. Left side to Brennan Zabatrisky. Baseline three, won't go. Rebound, batted around, ball still loose, and now a tie-up. That's going to be a jump ball, and they're going to say, no, they're going to say Bradley Cook called a timeout, so Clifton Clyde was able to retain possession. 6 minutes left in the first half. 21-21 when we come back.
As a kid growing up on the farm, I had a lot of high hopes on what the future might bring. Grain silos that could turn into rockets. And I kind of hoped my phone would send me weather updates on the hour, even if they wouldn't always be accurate. When I look into the future now, thanks to Golden Harvest corn hybrids, I see higher yields and good, consistent performance with the most innovative seed in the marketplace. To grow more corn, talk to Curtis LeClaire in Clifton about getting a new start with Golden Harvest.
6 minutes left in the half. It's 21-21. Clifton Clyde is going to retain possession. Sorrell will have it. Sorrell now three. Right wing on the other end. Just strong. Rebound to Peters. Oh, and now Peters narrowly takes steps. The ref doesn't see it. Hanover catches a break. Peters now on the free throw stripe on the other end. That shot strong. Good rebound. Carter Bruna right back up with it, up and in. Carter Bruna with a couple, and Hanover with a little break there as Pete Peters lost his footing, and that back official had turned his attention elsewhere. Sear now is going to try three left wing. That is way long, right into the hands of Carter Bruna. Hanover's taking the lead back, 23-21. Here's Bruna now, other end, in the lane, leans in, won't go. Rebound to Cook. Cook gets it out to Berry. Down court to Sear. Sear thought about three, now skips it inside to Berry. That's going to go out of bounds. They'll say off Hanover. So out of bounds to Clifton Clyde. They trail by 2. 5 minutes left in the half. Cook off the inbounds pass. Can't get the 5-footer to go. Rebound to Hanover. It's Dakin Stahlbomber. Bruna brings it down. Atkins on the wing. Atkins in the lane. Kicks it out left side. Zabatrisky. He's going to dribble back up top. Cross court Zabitrisky, Bruna, top of the key. Stahlbomber out on the right wing, thought about three. He'll go back to Bruna on the left. He will take an NBA three. That's well off the mark into the hands of Elias Gerard, and now near steal by Stahlbomber, but Sorrell comes out of there with it. Very physical game by both sides. Nathan Oldie now takes a 10-footer. Won't go, but a good follow. Gets his own rebound. That won't go. Bradley Cook out of there with it. Now Cook goes back up strong, and he's going to get, they'll say 1-and-1. How is that a 1-and-1? Bradley Cook had gone up strong, but it is a 1-and-1. Now that foul, by the way, is on Pete Peters, and that is 3. Carlos Emanuel is going to come in for Peters, and still not clear how this isn't a shooting foul, but Bradley Cook will have 1-and-1. First one up, that's strong, rebound, and now they're going to say a lane violation. Well, they're calling a lane violation on Brennan Zabitrisky, and Zabitrisky looking at Coach Kim Losey, and Coach Losey with his hands in the air. So Bradley Cook will get another chance. Free throw, same place, rebound 2, Emanuel. Bruna now in the lane. He'll go baseline to Zabitrisky. Zabitrisky driving baseline up and down. And Hanover's gone back up by 4. Clifton Clyde led by 2. Barry to Sorrell. And now they're going to get Carlos Emanuel as Emanuel got tangled up with Bradley Cook and just muscled him out of there. Carlos Emanuel telling Coach Kim Losey he had my arm, and he did. But Emanuel with the 2-point takedown on Bradley Cook. Free throw, and Cook is just way off the mark at the stripe. Couldn't get it to fall, so no harm as Emanuel does pick up his second. Bruna now, he's going to try driving baseline, cut off, good defense by Clifton Clyde. Atkins now, he's going to try driving in the lane. And a charge is going to be called again. That is 6 charging calls in this ball game. Sorrell across the timeline. Hanover up 25-21. There's 3.5 minutes left in the half. Cook now driving around Emanuel. They're going to get Emanuel again. Carlos Emanuel is going to pick up his 3rd foul. No, they're going to say, is that on Emanuel or Zabitrisky? They're going to call that on Zabitrisky. I thought Emanuel had picked up his 3rd, but Zabitrisky will pick up 1, and this is now 2 for Bradley Cook, and he misses again, and Bradley Cook is just way off the mark. He's going to try again, and still can't get it to fall, and Bradley Cook is just cold and frustrated on the floor right now. Bruna now in the lane, kicks it baseline. Zabitrisky 3, won't go. Ball loose. Sorrell has it. Sorrell 1-on-3, and he's going to try to take it himself. Loses it, gets it back, kicks it out to Barry for 3, won't go. Rebound Bruna. Both teams just a little out of control right now. Bruna now kicks it out to Atkins. Out on the wing, he's going to go back up to Bruna, near steal by Austin Barry. Bruna, right side, up top to Stahlbomber from Zabitrisky. 3 won't go. Rebound Bradley Cook. 2:45 left. It's 25-21. Barry now, other end, baseline 3, strong, batted around. Atkins has it. Here comes Hanover in transition. Atkins to Zabitrisky, good. And now Coach Jim Blackwell has to call a timeout. 27-21. 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Hanover leads when we come back.
Our young people are the future, and we all want them to have the support they need for successful and fulfilling lives. Turner Funeral Home in Clifton is a proud supporter of the school and community organizations and encourage you to be an active part as well. Building strong foundations and working together are keys to teaching our youth about hard work, commitment, pride, and success. Join Turner Funeral Home in recognizing and applauding the achievements of all the students in the area.
Barnes Automotive is the area's trusted diesel engine repair shop. Their team of qualified technicians have the knowledge and skill to get your diesel ag equipment, commercial trucks, industrial, and personal vehicles back in top performance. With a diesel mechanic specialist in your corner, you know you came to the right place for your diesel repair needs. And if you need tires, they have them too. For great customer service, partnered with exceptional quality diesel work, call Barnes Automotive of Clifton and Vining at 455-3748.
Well, 2:33 left in the ball game. Clifton Clyde had gone up in this game by 2, and now Hanover on an 8-0 run. They lead at 27-21. So a timeout by Coach Jim Blackwell as his Eagles starting to get into a hole. And again, neither team really to get in any kind of rhythm up to this point. Now Stenberg driving lane. He'll kick it left side to Sorrell. Now Sorrell is caught by Bruna, gets it in to Sear. Now a little spin move by Sear in the lane won't go. Rebound to Cohorst, and a foul is going to be called on Stenberg. That is the 19th foul in this first half. So we'll walk to the other end, and Hanover will shoot 1-on-1. Cohorst shooting 1-on-1. First free throw won't go. Rebound loose, and Clifton Clyde will come out of there with it. Elias Gerard gets it out for the Eagles. Stenberg walks it down. Met by Cohorst. Now Stenberg left side to Sorrell. Bruna quickly out on him. Inside pass, Bruna to Sear, and Sear up and over Emmanuel again. And Emmanuel is really frustrated right now. Now near steal by Clifton Clyde. Inside pass to Emmanuel, up strong, off glass, and good. Good look. Inside from Cohorst to Emmanuel. Now Zach Sorrell driving around everybody, and Carlos Emmanuel again caught in no man's land, had no choice but to let Sorrell go. Sorrell now with 10 points, and it's 29-25 with 1:20 left. Bruna at the top of the key. Stahlbomber on the wing. Back to Bruna. Stahlbomber, left wing three. No, Strong follows his own rebound. Gets it in the lane. Put back by Stahlbomber. Won't go. Gets his own rebound again. Put back won't go, but he's fouled. Boy, Dakin Stahlbomber let that three go. He knew it was off the mark. Able to follow it, get his rebound, and then 2 shots at it. Couldn't get it to fall, but now he'll shoot 2. That's foul on Elias Gerard. Stahlbomber's free throw is good. They'll have one more. Hanover's lead is 5 with 1:04. 30-25. Second one on the way. That's Strong. Rebound Seifert. Here come the Eagles. Under a minute. Sorrell skip pass to Cook. That's going to be knocked out of bounds. They'll say off. Bradley Cook. Good defense that time by Dakin Stahlbomber. So 57 seconds left. Kim Losey's going to pull Carlos Emmanuel. Put in Gavin Prawley, 6'4" junior. Bruna. Right wing Cohorst. Cross court Stahlbomber. Back to Bruna up top. Cohorst out on the wing. Back to Bruna. Inside now to Prawley just in the game, and good feed into Gavin Prawley up and down for 2. Down to 30. Hanover's in a man-to-man. They won't come out of it, most likely. Now Bradley Cook pulling his way into the lane. Bradley Cook gets it to fall, and they're going to call a foul. Not sure. A couple of Hanover Wildcats in there, and they're going to get Cade Cohorst. And Bradley Cook has been miserable at the line. He is over. Cook now try to get it going and hits it. now with 10 points. 19 seconds at 32-28. Clifton Clyde in that 2-3 zone, but they are out quickly and making Hanover move the ball with 10. Down to 6. Porter Bruno on the baseline. Back to Cohorse with 2. Somebody's got to shoot. Now Cohorse just puts up a prayer, and Hanover waited a little too long, and Coach Kim Losey not happy, and that is going to be one ugly Hanover locker room at halftime. 32-28. Hanover leads at half. We'll bring you back to Wakefield after the.
Andy's Hardware and Lumber continues to meet the needs of their customers with quality building products, tools, hardware, and customer service. They carry a wide selection of products to give you more choices and more solutions. Whatever you're building or remodeling, you need a reliable source of lumber, windows, doors, and hardware at good competitive prices. When you deal with Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover, you'll always be treated right. They extend good luck wishes to the Hanover Wildcats.
For any concrete project you need for a residential driveway, basement, patio, or curb, you can count on Midwest Products to handle it. At every level of the job, you'll find a dedicated, skilled crew prepared to deliver a professional job. With state-approved plants in Hanover, Clay Center, Lynn, and Washington, they can meet the needs of residential, commercial, or farm-related projects. For other ready-mix concrete work, give Midwest Products a call at 800-371-2252.
At Lewis Hybrids, their roots in agriculture run deep. Since 1946, Lewis Hybrids has been helping you reach your profit potential with their innovative products, field-by-field placement decisions, and replant programs. Add their quality seed and personalized customer service, and you have a partner for success. Just like your farm, the Lewis Hybrids and Shale Seed has continued to grow and evolve, one field at a time. Contact your Lewis dealer in Hanover, Roger Shale, 785-713-2336.
Jones Trash Service provides residential and commercial waste pickup in Washington County. Their service is affordable, dependable, and professional. Jones Trash Service also offers roll-off containers to support your special projects. Whether it's renovation, cleanup, roof replacement, or yard clearing, they'll deliver the containers to you when you need it and remove it when your job is complete. Contact them for quotes for home or business trash service if you're not already on their route. Jones Trash Service of Washington.
Back at Wakefield, Phil Casper, along with our studio engineer, Bernie Fancello. We've gone to halftime here in the boys' championship. It is Hanover up 32-28. Clifton Clyde led by 2, several chances to pad that lead a little bit. They just couldn't get it done, and then Hanover goes on a 7-0 run. They do lead. Clifton Clyde hits some shots down the stretch to get it back close again, and they trail 32-28. Earlier, if you missed it, it was the Hanover Lady Wildcats punching their ticket to state next week in Hayes. They will, they beat Clifton Clyde, 48-40 in a great girls matchup. Good one here on the boys' side as well. 32-28. Hanover leads at halftime when we come back.
High fives, school spirit, team pride, and good sportsmanship. This is what everyone likes to see at sporting events. R.L. Juneman Construction is proud of the Hanover Wildcats and the positive way they represent their families, school, and the community. Whether you have kids participating or not, take this fun opportunity to cheer on the Wildcats at their sporting events throughout the year and watch them have their best game. Go get them, Wildcats! From your fans at R.L. Juneman Construction.
If you're inspired to throw the best party for a friend, an anniversary, dinner for your employees, or any other special occasion that calls for delicious food, Ricky's Cafe in Hanover has you covered. They offer catering services in the entire KCLY listing area with competitive prices. Give them a call and see what's on the menu for your big event. Catering is a solution for feeding large groups of people, and Ricky's Cafe knows how to make mouths water. Ricky's Cafe in Hanover, catering to all your celebrations.
Bruna Implement, your local Case IH dealer, offers specialized repair services and maintenance on your machinery. See them for the best farm implements for the right job at the right price. Bruna Implement extends their support to the area student athletes in tournament action. They have enjoyed watching the teams play, improve, and grow as a team and as individuals. Congratulations to all the area high school teams for making it to the postseason playoffs. Bruna Implement is extremely proud of your success.
Kramer Oil Company goes the extra mile to serve the fuel needs of the area farmers. They specialize in bulk delivery of diesel fuel and gasoline to Washington, Marshall, Riley, and Clay counties. Having fuel delivered to your farm site or field and to your mobile fuel tanks while you're busy working goes above and beyond the usual fuel delivery service. Visit their website, krameroil.com, that's K-R-A-M-E-R oil.com, or give Kramer Oil Company a call toll-free at 800-498-2466.
Back at Wakefield, Phil Casper along with studio engineer Bernie Fancella. Again, you heard earlier Rocky Downing and Larry Wallace. Lady Tigers season comes to an end at the hands of Marysville. It'll be the Marysville Lady Bulldogs headed to state in Emporia next week. Lady Tigers see a great season come to an end. Also earlier here was Hanover Lady Wildcats defeating Clifton Clyde 48-40, a great matchup in that one, and did have some other scores as well from around the Twin Valley League that were finals. On the girls' side, it was Axel over Blue Valley 55-44, Frankfort defeating Valley Falls 31-29, and Valley Heights over Smith Center 46-42. So out of the Twin Valley League on the girls' side, Axel, Hanover, Frankfort, and Valley Heights all will be at their respective states next weekend. Here we are at halftime, 32-28, Hanover leading Clifton Clyde when we come back.
As a third-generation seed company, Oldie Seed has pioneered the development of soil-specific hybrids that thrive in your soils. Our Know to Grow research program is the largest in the Midwest and utilizes advanced technologies including Enlist, Extend, and Liberty Link soybeans. Oldie's research program delivers top yields while helping you win the war on resistant weeds. This season, don't settle for anything less than a soil-specific seed from Oldie Seed.
Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement in Concordia reminds you that brutal winter days will soon be here. You're almost out of time to have your roof replaced before the cold weather season arrives. Roof work must be completed with daytime temperatures of at least 45 degrees in order to avoid long-term problems with adhesiveness. Learn more at GeislerRoofing.com.
This is Dallas Hasselmack, and Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement has you covered with more than 38 years experience.
Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement. We've got you covered.
Jump into new technology this spring. A deluge of cool technology has sprung up in recent years to make life easier, including voice-controlled speakers, smart home systems, refrigerators, smart thermostats, and streaming devices. You'll need the fastest, most reliable internet connection to fully enjoy all the new technology. Twin Valley Pulse Internet is what you need to stay on track and be able to use multiple devices and services all at the same time. Speeds up to a gig. Spring into action and call Twin Valley at 800-515-3311.
Back at Wakefield, just about set for second half action here in the hangar. 32-28. It is Hanover leading Clifton Clyde. It was tied at the end of one, 17-17. Clifton Clyde went up by 2 in that second period, but then a pretty decent run to wrap things up by Hanover. They went up by 8. They currently lead by 4, 32-28. Getting set for second half action. We'll bring you back to Wakefield in about 90 seconds.
People looking for seafood options during the Lent season will be thrilled with the great selection of fresh fish at Ray's Apple Market. Stop by and choose from the fish variety every Thursday and Friday now through Easter. Always fresh, never frozen, available right here at home.
Here at Ray's, it is our passion to give you, our customer, a pleasant, time-saving shopping experience while providing exceptional products at value prices with uncommon customer service. Thank you from our family to yours. Shop small, shop local.
Fun socks are not just for kids anymore. Meet Dr. Motion. He'll give you, your feet, and your legs a whole new perspective. Dr. Motion compression socks will brighten your day, so why not get a different colorful pair for every day of the week? They're so lively, you'll want to show them off. Come into Patterson's Health Mart Pharmacy and find a brand new shipment of Dr. Motion compression socks, designed with mild and moderate compression. You'll have happy feet and legs with Dr. Motion from Patterson's Health Mart Pharmacy in downtown Clay Center.
Take action now for a successful crop next year. At Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed and Feed, we're ready to help you plan for next season's weed control, moisture conservation, and fertilizer needs. For your plan, we'll utilize soil testing and variable seeding rates to come up with site-specific fertilizer and seed systems. Now is a good time to establish your fertilizer and chemical program for productive crops in 2018. Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed and Feed, we offer customized solutions to help your crops thrive.
Just about set for second half action here at the hangar in Wakefield. Hanover leading Clifton Clyde 32-28. They will start with possession. Clifton Clyde has made a living in that 2-3 zone. They'll stay in it. Very loose out on top. Atkins has it on the right wing. Back to Bruna. Left side, Zabatrisky. Peters now on the baseline. Now shot inside by Carter Bruno. Won't go. Rebound. Emmanuel has it blocked out of there by Cook. Now Sorrell down court. Floater in the lane won't go. Rebound to Stenberg. Back to Sorrell. Thought about three. He's going to drive lane instead. Now he'll kick it to Sear at the point for three. No. Rebound Zabatrisky. What a fast start to the second half. Atkins, lob pass inside Peters. Back to Bruno up top. Bruno's going to back it out. Atkins on the wing. He's going to go back to Bruno. Back to Atkins. Now Atkins. Back out to Bruno. Baseline. Atkins to Peters. Shot won't go. Rebound Austin Berry. Berry will bring it down himself. Now Sorrell out on the wing. Back to Berry, top of the key. He's going to try three. And Austin Berry nails one from the top of the key. And that is Berry's first point. And it's a one-point game. 32-31. As Austin Berry hits the big three. And now a steal by Berry on the other end. Clifton Clyde with a chance to take the lead back. Sorrell thought about three. He'll kick it back up to Berry. Now Sorrell will take three from the left wing. That is well off the mark, and maybe one he'd like to have back. Now Emmanuel gets it out to Atkins near Steele Cook. Atkins, he's going to take it all the way. Floater, lay in. No, won't go. Gets his own rebound, and he's going to be fouled on the floor on that rebound. And if you've never seen Thomas Atkins play, he can get up in the air. Listed at 6'2". That foul is going to be called on Sorrell. Go out of bounds. Back to Hanover. Now Peters at the stripe. Won't go. Rebound. Emmanuel can't get the ball to go in, but his putback is good. Carlos Emmanuel stays with it and gives Hanover back to 3-point lead, 34-31. Now Bradley Cook, a spin move on the other end, up and around Carlos Emmanuel again. And Carlos Emmanuel is going to have nightmares about Bradley Cook. Atkins to Bruna. Get past left side, Zabatrisky. He'll go back up top to Bruna. Now inside Atkins. Door closes quickly. That's Sorrell and Cook. And now Sorrell on a loose ball is going to commit a foul. And that is 3 on Zach Sorrell. Zach Sorrell with 10 points just picked up his third foul. 5:25 left in the third, and the clock has not started, and now it has, and Atkins trying a lay-in again, misses another one. Stenberg to Sear, down court in the lane. Sear short, rebound. Emmanuel has it knocked out of his hands right into the hands of Bruna. Now Bruna, he's going to take it all the way. Floater on the right side won't go. Gets his own rebound. Putback is going to, won't go. I thought that was going to fall, but he's going to be fouled. Bradley Cook fouls Bruna on that putback. And that may be Cook's third, and it is. So now Bradley Cook and Zach Sorrell both with 3 fouls for the Eagles, and Carter Bruna will shoot 2. First free throw from Bruna is good. He now has 8. So Zach Sorrell is out. Bradley Cook is out. Both with 3 fouls. Sorrell has 10, and Cook has 12. Second free throw from Bruno won't go. Good rebound that time, Nathan Oldie. Berry down court to Rudolph. to Steer. Inside to Oldie. Turnaround jumper over Emmanuel. Won't go. Good rebound by Brennan Zabatrisky. 35-33. Hanover's gone back up 2. Now a 3 from Zabatrisky on the right wing. Won't go. Pete Peters with the rebound. Turnaround jumper in the lane from Peters is good. Hanover now will try to take advantage of Clifton Clyde, 2 top scorers on the bench in foul trouble. Steer at the top of the key for 3. Won't go. Rebound to Atkins. Here comes Atkins. Down court in the lane. He'll put up a shot. It won't go. They'll say shot or foul on the shot. So Thomas Atkins will head to the line. We'll see who they got here. I think that's on Steer. And it is. That's his second. So Thomas Atkins with 2 points in the game, now shooting 2. Free throw from Atkins is good. Atkins will have one more. Second one from Thomas Atkins is good. So Thomas Atkins hits both, and it's a 6-point Hanover lead. Clifton Clyde right now is just gas. Steer to Berry, top of the key. Atkins out on Berry. Now Berry's going to drive the lane. They're going to say Thomas Atkins fouled him on the floor. Nope, they'll call Dakin Stahlbomber on that. And that's Stahlbomber's third. So Elias Gerard gets it in to Rudolph. Rudolph just a freshman for the Eagles. Out on the left wing. Now driving around Bruna. Fall away jumper from the baseline. Won't go. Rebound Atkins. Atkins across the timeline. Stahlbomber. Bruna on the right wing. Cross court. Zabatrisky. Up top Atkins. In the lane to Stahlbomber. Stahlbomber up strong, and it won't go, but he's going to be fouled by Nathan Oldie. So Hanover now taking advantage of Bradley Cook being out of the game. Clifton Clyde with some young guys trying to fill the shoes of Cook. Free throw from Stahlbomber in and out. Now Cook's going to come back in with 3:45 left in the third and 3 fouls. And Zach Sorrell is also going to come back in. Both of those guys with 3 fouls. Austin Berry's going to get a break. Dakin Stahlbomber will have one more. He missed the first. Second one on the way is good. Stahlbomber hits 1 of 2, and the lead's gone to 7. 40-33. 3.5 minutes left in the third. Cook now inside. He's trapped, and now ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Eagles. Elias Gerard gets it in. Oh, near steal by Pete Peters, and Pete Peters just took out Nathan Oldie, and Peters knew immediately, so he's going to pick up his third. Gavin Prawley back in the game. That is Peters' fourth. So Pete Peters is going to come out. Zach Sorrell has it to Rudolph out on the wing. Rudolph dribbles back up top, left side Sorrell. He's going to dribble around Bruna and now loses the ball, and it's going to be kicked by Carter Bruna. A good defense by Bruna and Stahlbomber to cut off Sorrell. Elias Gerard gets it in. Rudolph, right side, Oldie from 15, buries one. Nathan Oldie, his first points of the game, and it's 40-35. 3:10 left in the third. Stahlbomber at the stripe, in trouble. Now kicks it back out to Bruna. Top of the key 3, won't go. Rebound Cook. Now near steal, and that's going to be Hanover's ball. That's a great call. That is a great call. The Clifton Clyde crowd hates it, but that's the right call. That went off Sorrell. And that's a great call. That's the right call. So ball stays with Hanover. Stahlbomber now from the stripe won't go. Cook now with the board. So back to the Eagles. 40-35. They trail with 2:40 left. Sorrell, top of the key. Sorrell and Cook both with 3. Sorrell trapped. Now he gets it back up to Rudolph, to Gerard. inside now, and now a foul is going to be called on the floor. And that's going to be on Gavin Prawley. So it'll go out of bounds to the Eagles. Austin Berry back in, Stenberg back in. Elias Gerard and Aiden Rudolph will get a break. Stenberg, skip pass inside to Cook. That's going to be taken away by Diedrich. The turnover back to the Wildcats. They lead by 5. Atkins in the lane, loses it, and now an offensive foul is going to be called. That's going to be called on Thomas Atkins. That is 8. So Sorrell will walk it across the timeline. 40-35, 2:10 left in the third. Berry to Stenberg, top of the key. Hanover in that man-to-man. Berry holds. Atkins out on him. Sorrell, baseline. He's forced to dribble back up. Lob pass inside to Cook, and now ball loose, and a foul is going to be called on Stahlbomber. And neither team in the bonus. That's 10 fouls called in this third period. Stenberg looking to get it in. Now skips it in to Oldie. Oldie cross-court Sorrell. Inside to Cook. Turnaround jumper by Cook is good. And the senior has 14. And it's 40-37 with a minute 40. Diedrich, baseline inside to Prawley. Back to Bruna. Now Bruna's going to drive in the lane and gets it to go, and he's fouled. Boy, Carter Bruna driving the lane. He was absolutely hammered and falling down. Somehow gets that shot to go, and that is Bradley Cook's 4th. Somehow Carter Bruna just made an ESPN reel. That was an amazing shot, and he hits the free throw. So back to a 6-point lead for Hanover. Bradley Cook now on the bench with 4. Berry with a minute 15, top of the key. Outside, Sorrell loses it. He had a 3. He wanted it. There's a steal by Hanover. Oh, ball loose, knocked around, still loose. Still on the floor, tie up, and they're going to say possession Hanover, and Coach Kim Losey with a timeout. A minute 6 left in the third, 43-37 when we come back.
It's easier than ever to do business with Central Valley Ag. You can use DocuSign, the electronic signature service, to approve and return grain contracts without driving to the co-op. Their new text message system reminds you of CVA events and updates you on key CVA news. They're even increasing convenience at the pumps, from 24-hour pumps that accept major credit cards to digital gas receipts emailed directly to you. Find more information at CVACoop.com. With CVA, the key word is convenience. You and Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
Well, a great job by Coach Kim Losey to save that possession on that timeout. Players scrambling everywhere for that basketball. But Hanover able to save possession with a minute 6. They lead by 6. 43-37. Bruna across the timeline, down under a minute. Prawley back to Bruna, top of the key. Cohorst on the left side, inside to Prawley. Back to Diedrich, top of the key to Bruna. Hanover pretty content to run some clock, and there is another charge on Carter Bruna. That is charging foul number 9. Down to 40 seconds. Sorrell, and now foul is going to be called on Bruna. That's 2 back-to-back fouls on Carter Bruna. Now, this will only be a second, but that's going to send Zach Sorrell to the line shooting 1-and-1. So Carter Bruno picks up 2 fouls within about 10 seconds. And he did question that charge. That may have been part of the reason he had the officials' attention as Zach Sorrell hits the first. Second one from Sorrell, good. So Zach Sorrell with 12 and 3 fouls. Bradley Cook on the bench for Clifton Clyde with 4, 43-39. Hanover trying to hold for 1. Bruno at the timeline to Diedrich. Cross court, boy, dangerous pass, nearly taken away by Sorrell, but Cohorst comes back up, gets to Bruna. Bruna dangerously close to that midcourt stripe. Now he moves with 10. Back to Bruna in the lane, loses the basketball, still loses it, comes up with it. Now he's going to be fouled. And if that's on Sorrell, that's 4 on Sorrell. And it is. So Zach Sorrell picks up his 4th. And Carter Bruno with 4 seconds shoots 1-and-1 and misses the front end. Ball loose. Bruno comes back up with it. Lay in, no, won't go. Rebound to Clifton Clyde, and we are headed to the 4th. 43-39. Hanover leads. Clifton Clyde headed to the final quarter after these.
Saving for retirement can seem complicated, confusing, even scary, but it doesn't have to be. Hi, I'm Kathy Affolder for United Bank and Trust, and we're here to help. As we go through tax season, now is the perfect time to think about opening an individual retirement account. If you have questions or want to get started, stop by and ask for me or Terry Jermark. We'd love to walk through the process with you. Saving for your retirement with an IRA at United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life, equal housing lender, and member FDIC.
When you grow corn or soybeans for a living, you're always looking for the latest advances to help your fields be more profitable. That's why it's time to turn to Channel. When you plant elite Channel seed products, you also get the services of your very own Channel seedsman. You see, your seedman works with you year-round to make the most of your operation.
For customized service, expert advice, and elite seed products, contact Colton with Frontier Ag Supply, 785-630-0596.
Well, headed to the 4th quarter. It is Hanover leading by 4, 43-39. Clifton Clyde with possession. Berry has it. Inside to Sear. Now kicks it back out, trying to get it to Rudolph, and Rudolph couldn't get a handle on it, out of bounds to Hanover. So Hanover with the ball. Cohorst has it. Now Cohorst, or rather Thomas Atkins now on the feed from Cohorst, up and down for 2 more. Clifton Clyde with it. Berry trying to get around Prawley. Now kicks it back over to Rudolph. To Berry for 3. Right wing won't go. Rebound, spot 4, and it's going to be loose. Cohorst has it now. Other end, and Kate Cohorst, an uncontested lay-in, and he misses it. So now Clifton Clyde with the ball. There's Steer top of the key. Berry, left wing 3. Austin Berry trying to make a pay. Won't go. Gets his own rebound. Ball loose. Rudolph, baseline 3. No. Ball loose, and Carter Bruna ends up with it. Boy, Cade Cohorst, just an uncontested, easy lay-in, and went strong, but no damage as Hanover still leads by 6, 45-39. Now feed to Prawley inside under the basket. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Atkins, and Thomas Atkins is going to be fouled. And that is going to be, I believe, on Aiden Rudolph. So Thomas Atkins at the line shooting 2. First free throw is good. Zach Sorrell back in the game with 4 fouls. first and hits the second. 47-39, inbounds to Sorrell. Sear up over Atkins from the left side, won't go. Rebound to Cade Cohort. 6 minutes left in this game, and Hanover with a chance to go double-digit lead. Atkins, he's going to go right side, nothing there. He'll kick it back out to Crawley. Over to Diedrich. Now Diedrich, little space, he's going to kick it back up to Cohort. Cohort will hand it to Carter Bruna. Clifton Clyde has gone man-to-man. Bruna, lob pass inside. Crawley kicks it out to Diedrich. Right wing three. No. Rebound. Bruna, put back by Carter Bruna is good. A nice play by Bruna, and Clifton, or rather Hanover's gone up 10. 49-39. Berry, NBA three from the left side, and he buries it. Austin Berry from way downtown gets it back to 7. 49-42. 5:27 left in this ball game. Timeout on the floor. Back after these.
If you haven't had one of your semi-trucks or trailers repaired at TSI Kansas in Clay Center, it's high time you put us to the test. We want to prove to you just how reliable we are at fixing any problems you might have with your diesel engine, transmission, clutch, brakes, or lights. We have an extensive parts network at our fingertips, enabling us to cut your wait time, and you'll find our prices fair. You'll be glad you made TSI your hometown diesel repair shop. We're located at 612 West Court Street in Clay Center.
Do you consistently have problems with your home Wi-Fi connection? Let Blue Valley Telecommunications help with our Managed Wi-Fi program. With Blue Valley's Managed Wi-Fi, technicians will provide you with a robust router, identify the best location for your router, and help configure all your devices to have the best experience possible. If your router malfunctions, we'll even replace it for free. Plus, we offer 24/7 technical support to manage and update your router, all for a small monthly charge. To learn more about Blue Valley's Managed Wi-Fi program, visit our website at bluevalley.net or call us today.
Back at Wakefield out of the timeout. Hanover with the ball. Full court press on from Clifton Clyde. It is Carter Bruna. He's going to have that ball knocked away from Berry. Loses it. Now back right into the hands of Kevin Diedrich. Coach Jim Blackwell livid, wanting to travel, and now foul's going to be called on Gavin Sear, and that will make Coach Blackwell extremely happy. So that's going to send Cade Cohorst to the line shooting 1-1. That is Sear's third. Coach Blackwell probably with a pretty good complaint, as Carter Bruna did go down, but I couldn't see whether he could keep that dribble alive or not. Free throw from Cohorst is good. That is Cade Cohorst's first points, and seems like he should have a lot more. He's been everywhere. Free throw from Cohorst. No, rattles out. Rebound, Bradley Cook. Oh, what a board by Cook. And with 5 minutes left, it's an 8-point Hanover lead. Sorrell has it. Baseline, tries to skip it into Cook, and that's going to be taken away by Hanover. Here comes Diedrich down court. Lay-in, good, and one. Austin Berry pretty frustrated. Kevin Diedrich on that lay-in. Berry would have been better off just to let him go. A lead to 10, and Kevin Diedrich with a chance to take it to 11. And Strong, rebound to Gerard. Elias Gerard comes out of there with it, so lead stays 10, 52-42 with 4:45. Now Cook, other end, leans in, tries to get one to go, won't go. Rebound Sorrell, back up top. Gerard to Cook. 20-footer from the right side, won't go. Rebound Crawley, and he's going to be fouled, I think, by Nathan Oldie. Gavin Crawley had established really good position in there. And Nathan Oldie just trying to make a little something happen. (52-42). Hanover leads. Crawley's free throw won't go. He'll have one more. Nathan Oldie will come out. Gavin Steer back in. Prawley's second is good. So Gavin Prawley hits 1 of 2. Substitutions on the floor. The substitutions made. The lead goes to 11. Sorrell with it. Get past left side Barry, baseline 3. No, won't go, but a great rebound and putback by Bradley Cook. Cook now has 16, and it's 53-44. Down to 4:10. We thought this would be a battle, and we haven't been disappointed. Hanover now is going to be real content to run as much time off the clock as they can. Clifton Clyde is going to come out in a man-to-man. They will force them to move, so Hanover needs to be real careful with this. They've gone into a bit of a stall. Now near steal by Sorrell, but Pete Peters comes up with it, tries to get a lay-in, can't get it to go. Rebound to Cook. Cook out of there strong with it. Sorrell now, behind the back dribble in the lane, puts the shot up, won't go, but he's going to be fouled. And that is going to be on Bruna, I believe. And it is. That's the third. Zach Sorrell will go to the line shooting 2. Free throw from Sorrell, in and out. Sorrell will have one more, 3.5 minutes left. Sorrell's second is good. Zach Sorrell hits 1 of 2. It's back to 8, 53-45. Bruna gets it across, guarded by Stenberg. Over to Zabatrisky. He's guarded by Rudolph. The Cohorst. Cohorst going to walk it back up with 3:10. Now, Cohorst just throws it away. Just absolutely, I'm not even sure who he was looking at, and Coach Kim Yossi isn't either. He was trying to go low. I'm not sure what he saw, but just threw it away. So back to the Eagles, 53-45. Cohorst off the floor and on the bench. Inside pass, Cook. Oh, what a feed from Stenberg to Bradley Cook, and Cook with the finish. And it's a 6-point game again. Here's Atkins, other end. Atkins floater off glass, good. Well, Clifton Clyde just lost track of Thomas Atkins, and now a foul's going to be called on Stahlbomber, and Stahlbomber may be done. I think that's 5 on Stahlbomber. And he is. So Dakin Stahlbomber will have a seat. He's been good in this game. He's got 7 points. Stenberg shooting the 1-on-1 and hits first. With his 3rd point in this game, 55-48. Second one from Stenberg on the way, and he drills both of them. That's a 6-point game again, 55-49. Hanover had gotten to 11 and were very content to sit back, but just really careless with the ball. And now driving in the lane is Carter Bruna, and he's going to be fouled, and that foul's on Stenberg. That's a tough call. That's Stenberg with pretty good defense. Carter Bruna now shooting 2. And drills it. Points now for Bruna, the lead back to 7. Second one on the way, off the mark, and Carter Bruna just committed a lane violation, so wouldn't have counted anyway. Ball will go back to Clifton Clyde with 2.5 minutes left in the game. The lead is 7. In their last meeting, 5-point Hanover win. Barry now on the wing to Sear, top of the key for three. Sear won't go. Rebound Cook. Batted out of there by Thomas Atkins, and Atkins is going to get called for the foul. So Bradley Cook will go to the line shooting 2. Atkins picks up his 4th. The free throw won't go, and he has really struggled tonight at the free throw stripe. Got 18 points, but I have him 2 of 7. Or 2 of 9, rather. Now 2 of 10. Rebound 2, Peters. And with 2:15 left, Hanover up by 7, 56-49. Bruna to Zabitrisky. Zabitrisky's going to dribble back up to Diedrich. Diedrich dribbles right, now left, gets it back to Bruna. Stenberg on him. Bruna now tries dribbling right, not much there. He'll kick it back up to Diedrich. Diedrich holds, now loses it, has it taken away by Cook. Left side lay-in, other end, Bradley Cook. Great defense by Bradley Cook and a great finish. And we've got a 5-point game, 56-51. Here comes Atkins now, other end. Atkins bowls his way in, and a foul's going to be called on the floor, and that is number 5 on Cook. And the thing with the offensive charges tonight, they've been a little bit inconsistent on it. It looked like Atkins led with a forearm, and they're going to call that foul on Cook, and Coach Jim Blackwell is on the floor, and he needs to be real careful. So Bradley Cook will take a seat, and Coach Jim Blackwell is really getting the benefit of the doubt from this official. So Thomas Atkins heads to the line, shooting 2. First free throw from Atkins won't go. And Bradley Cook is going to leave this game with 20 points. With 1:38, it is a 5-point game. Second one from Atkins won't go. Rebound 2, Clifton Clyde. They're out of there with it. Down court, Sorrell for 3, and he's fouled. Just about buried it. But Zach Sorrell heads to the line, and he can cut this to a 2-point game with 1.5 left. First one from Sorrell won't go. Zach Sorrell has 13 points. He'll have 2 more. Second one from Sorrell is good. And cut this to a 1-possession game. Remember, Hanover had gone up 11 with about 3 minutes left in this game. Sorrell hits 2 of 3, and it is a 56-53 Hanover lead. Here comes Thomas Atkins. He's going to back it out. He had a little room, and now he's going to be fouled by Barry. Both teams in the double bonus, so Atkins goes back to the line shooting 2 with 1:26. Atkins' first free throw is good. He now has 11, 9 of those in this second half. Second one from Atkins, good. Thomas Atkins hits both, and those were huge, and now a timeout on the floor. 1:26 left in this ball game. 58-53, Hanover leads when we come back.
Walls True Value is your stop for concrete tools and rental items. We've got the healthy line of concrete saws, concrete breakers, a core drilling rig, and concrete drills. We also have a pull float, trowels, and other tools for finishing concrete. And speaking of concrete, we sell bags of Portland and ready-mix sand, sand mix, and related concrete items like rebar and rebar ties to fix up your home. We've got what you need at Walls Tree Value in beautiful downtown Clay Center, open 7 days a week for you.
Crop Production Service is constantly looking for ways to help your bottom line grow. And with the Loveland products available, you'll get the results you want. From seed treatment and plant nutrition to fertilizer and crop protection, Crop Production Service offers top-of-the-line solutions to grow your crops, your bottom line, and your operation. Connect with your local CPS expert and experience the innovative products from Loveland. Crop Production Service, here to help you grow.
Well, out of the timeout, minute 26 left in this ball game. Clifton Clyde still very much alive, 58-53. They do have possession. So we'll see what they can do as Austin Berry inbounds to Stenberg. Stenberg down court quickly. Now has it taken away by Zabatrisky, and Hanover ends up back with it. Carter Bruna has it. Across the timeline, Stenberg on him, now falls. Now Peters in the lane, hops, and he's going to be fouled. So Pete Peters gets a harsh look from Coach Kim Losey. Losey wanted him to bring that ball back up top, but Peters saw a little bit of daylight. Did get fouled, so Pete Peters can redeem himself by hitting both of these. First free throw from Peters is way off. Peters with just 6 points in this game. He'll have one more. Second free throw, no, won't go. Rebound to Clifton Clyde. Nathan Oldie out of there with it with 1:05. Here's Berry, top of the key, three. No, won't go. Rebound Atkins, and Atkins is going to be fouled with a minute left. So Thomas Atkins goes to the other end shooting two. That foul is on Nathan Oldie. That's his fourth. And Bradley Cook is fouled out of this game. He's been in foul trouble pretty much the whole game. Still scores 20. Atkins' free throw is good. So Thomas Atkins has been deadly at the stripe. He'll have one more. Second one won't go. Rebound to Oldie. To Berry. Under a minute, and now thrown away right into the hands of Brennan Zabatrisky, and now Clifton Clyde has no choice but to foul, and Thomas Atkins will walk to the other end, and Clifton Clyde with just a huge mental mistake. So Thomas Atkins goes back to the line, shooting two, and now Coach Jim Blackwell with the timeout. 53 seconds left, 59-53. Hanover leads when we come back.
Personalized blood flow restriction is the latest in rehab technology available at Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center. A specialized tourniquet is applied to an injured limb to temporarily reduce the amount of blood in the exercising limb. This allows a patient the ability to lift very light weights and still see similar results as lifting heavy. Positive results from BFR have occurred in Achilles tendon repairs, fractures, rotator cuff repairs, nerve injuries, and more. Ask about it at Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center in Manhattan.
B&W Electric in Hanover is your local electrical specialist, and they're ready to meet your residential or commercial needs. They can handle rewiring jobs, installations, new construction, and more. Rest assured, the work will get done right the first time by professionals who know the job. B&W Electric is ready to handle any project that requires a backhoe. Keep them in mind for all your electrical needs and backhoe service. B&W Electric, proud fans and huge supporters of the Hanover Wildcats.
Out of the timeout, Thomas Atkins stands at the line shooting two. And that last foul on Elias Gerard, his second. Hanover leads by 6 with 53 seconds left. Atkins first on the way and strong. Well, Hanover some real opportunities at the stripe to put this away, and they just can't get it done. Second from Atkins. That won't go. Rebound Oldie. Here comes Stenberg with 50. Down court, Sorrell, baseline 3. That is partially blocked by Atkins. Won't go. Rebound to Hanover. Bruna has it. He's going to be fouled immediately by Gavin Sear. 43 seconds left, and Carter Bruna will shoot 2. Gavin Sear picks up his 4th. Bruna with 14. First free throw from Bruna, yes. He hung on the rim forever, but finally fell. Bruna's second, good. So Carter Bruna hits both, and it's 61-53. Here comes Clifton Clyde, trailing by 8. They got to put some up immediately. Sorrell now bowls his way into Brandon Zabatrisky. Lowered his shoulder into Brennan Zabatrisky and then fell back and threw up a prayer. And they're going to call the foul on Zabatrisky. And Zach Sorrell will go to the line shooting 3. First free throw from Sorrell is good. One more from Sorrell. Good. So the lead back to 6. And a chance to cut it to 5 if Sorrell hits this one. Third free throw. Good. Zach Sorrell hits all 3, and it's 61-56. Lob pass inside. Going to be batted out of bounds. Good defense that time by Aiden Rudolph on Carter Bruna. Thomas Atkins will tee it up again. Lobs it in. This time that's going to be taken away by Rudolph. Turnaround jumper, good. Aiden Rudolph for his first 2, and it's a 3-point game. Here comes Atkins. Down court. Skip pass. Peters lay-in, good. Pete Peters hits for 2 more, and 1. And they're going to call Aiden Rudolph, and I didn't see it. Aiden Rudolph asking the official for an explanation. He does get it. So Pete Peters gets the and 1. 22 seconds left. This was a 3-point game. It could go to 6. Peters with 8 points. Jacob Stenberg back in. Elias Gerard will come out. Actually, they did give that foul to Gerard. I thought Rudolph was the one questioning it. Peters free throw off the mark. Rebound Sear. Here comes Clifton Clyde. Gerard. Berry. Left wing 3. No, won't go. Rebound batted around. Ball still loose. Still loose. And Sorrell comes out of there with it. They're going to say, they're going to call a foul, I think, on Pete Peters, and Jacob Stenberg went down hard. Stenberg is in some serious pain at the free throw stripe. Jim Blackwell out. Stenberg up. He is going to come out. He had a hold of the back of his head. He hit the ground hard. Now, in the meantime, Zach Sorrell will go to the line shooting 2 with 10 seconds left, so he can cut this again to a 1 possession. Free throw up and down. One more for Sorrell. Second one up and down, and we have a 3-point game again and a timeout on the floor. 10 seconds left. 63-60. Hanover leads when we come back.
Call Sapp Brothers of Hanover for bulk delivery of gasoline, diesel fuel, propane, and oil, wherever you live in north central Kansas. Sapp Brothers wants to be your reliable source of energy. Whether it's propane to heat your home or diesel fuel to power your farm equipment, they'll even deliver fuel to the field in your busiest season. From year to year and throughout every season, Sapp Brothers will keep you moving. Call them for a competitive fuel quote at 337-2446.
Well, a one-possession game again, 63-60, and you have to look back and on this game at this point. Clifton Clyde hits free throws, and they are probably leading this ball game. But they have just been cold at the stripe. Diedrich gets it into Bruna. Bruna's going to be fouled immediately by Rudolph. So Carter Bruna, with 9.4 seconds left, walks to the other end shooting 2. Points for Bruna in this game. And now 17. One more on the way from Bruna. That one's good. So Carter Bruna hits both. And now Coach Kim Losey has the timeout. We'll see if he takes a full or not, and he does. So we will take one as well. 9.4 seconds left in the game. 65-60, Hanover leads when we come back.
You work night and day to get the crop in. You worry about the weather. You worry about prices. You have repairs to deal with at the worst possible times. It's a lot of work and a lot of worry. But when it's all said and done, you wouldn't trade places with anyone. Making things grow is in your blood. It's in ours, too. We're a community ag bank. Citizens State Bank. Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
For over 65 years, Hanover Electric has served the area with all their electrical, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs. They appreciate the support they've received from the local area year after year and the friends they've made along the way. Hanover Electric is proud to welcome new clientele and look forward to many years of working together. They will continue to provide excellent service to the community. Hanover Electric keeps everything running efficiently.
Inbounds, here comes Clifton Clyde. It's Sorrell. He's going to pop up a 3 from the right wing. Won't go with 2. Rudolph with the board, won't go, and that is going to be the end of the game. Hanover is going to win it 65-60. We'll take a break, bring you back, look at scoring when we come back.
Show your Clifton Clyde school spirit with Kaw Valley State Bank and their new Spirit debit card. Visit any KBSB branch to open an account or upgrade your existing debit card. Spirit debit cards can be used anywhere Visa debit chip cards are accepted and work just like a check. There's no minimum balance and no monthly service fee. Plus, mobile banking, mobile deposit, online banking, online bill pay, and e-statements are all free. Kaw Valley State Bank is here for you with more than 100 years of trusted service.
As a kid growing up on the farm, I had a lot of high hopes on what the future might bring. Grain silos that could turn into rockets, and I kind of hoped my phone would send me weather updates on the hour, even if they wouldn't always be accurate. When I look into the future now, thanks to Golden Harvest corn hybrids, I see higher yields and good, consistent performance with the most innovative seed in the marketplace. To grow more corn, talk to Curtis LeClaire in Clifton about getting a new start with Golden Harvest.
Well, giving out the runner-up trophy for Clifton Clyde, very frustrated. They lose by 5, 65-60, but a great Twin Valley League matchup. Hanover wins it 65-60. They will head to Hayes and join the Lady Wildcats at State in Hayes. Hanover and Hanover again back at State. Let's look at scoring for Clifton Clyde. 20 apiece for Zach Sorrell and Bradley Cook, both in foul trouble in that game. Hanover was led by Carter Bruna with 18, Thomas Atkins with 13 for the Wildcats. Again, Clifton Clyde really struggling at the line tonight, just could not get a free throw to fall. They will end an outstanding season at 17-4. 3 of those 4 losses come to the Hanover Wildcats. Hanover wins it 65-60, they will head to state next week along with the Hanover Lady Wildcats. For our studio engineer, Bernie Fancella, in Holton tonight, it was Rocky Downing and Larry Wallace Jr. from the hangar in Wakefield for KCLY Sports. I'm Phil Casper.